This is Becky Liggero. I'm here with Michael from Chamapesa. Michael comes to us from Kenya, and we are in Rwanda today, so lots of exciting things happening in blockchain. And Michael, let's first begin by what your company does when it comes to blockchain.
Yeah. So our company basically tries to digitize the records of a lot of social service groups in Africa. So there's a lot of social service groups in Africa, in different African countries. There's Chamas in Kenya, there's Tovels in South Africa, there's Susus in Ghana. So they're all over the place, yeah. And what they're doing right now is they're putting all their records on manual paper records. And we feel that there's a lot that could be accomplished if these records were taken and digitized using elements of blockchain technology. Yeah.
So digitizing records, great. And any currency, any records, anything that you want. So, yeah. So what does the general public say when you speak to them about the work that you're doing? It's a really kind of new concept for a lot of people. How do you explain it?
So when I speak to people, generally I try not to talk about the mechanics and the technicals. I try and focus on the pitch of like what is it we're trying to do for these people. And they usually resonate with it because they all know what chamas are. They all know what Pesa is. A lot of them are usually in chamas as well. So they kind of see the value of what we're doing. I find that when talking to the general public is a good idea to not talk about hashes and miners. Just get everyone confused. Just focus on the value proposition of the product.
Yeah. Okay, and what about when it comes to talking to governments, regulators, people like this?
So those people, they really need to be educated because unfortunately they're in a position of power. So right now in Kenya, for example, we've had a lot of instances where blockchain companies have been shut down because of some of the work they were doing. And the way we are trying to address this in Nairobi is to get together regulators and governments and just try to educate them and tell them, look, there's something really powerful going on here. You might want to slow down on your knee-jerk reactions.
Michael, how have you become so educated on the topic? Where have you learned all your information, and who are you speaking with?
So I have a strong background in technology, but as we all know, blockchain is pretty new. So in the early days, I used to spend like close to 20 hours online for like a whole year. I just locked myself up in my room, and I just spend a lot of time with online communities because the blockchain community, they just spend a lot of time on Reddit and Bitcoin Talk forums. So I made a lot of friends there, and that's how I learned. I'd also watch a lot of videos from Andreas and Craig and Java, you know. Yeah. So there's a ton of content out there. And I spent a lot of time, like a whole year, just trying to wrap my head around it.
I love this. It's my absolute pleasure to meet you, Michael, and I'm really proud of the work you're doing. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.